Inspired by inclusion, methods for inclusive non-formal education. Welcome to this tutorial of a method called Exclusion-Inclusion. This method is based on the principles of the Theatre of the Oppressed by Augusto Boal. The aim is to deal with situations of exclusion and collectively develop new ways of acting to transform exclusion into inclusion. Therefore, the participants will develop theatre scenes in small groups. This method is suitable for groups from 12 to 24 participants, and it takes about 90 to 120 minutes. You don't need much material for the method. Pens, paper, a pinboard or flip chart are enough. It is important to have a seminar room where your participants can move around easily and work in small groups. Inclusion hint. Make sure the room is accessible for wheelchairs and check if you need a sign language interpreter. For people with visual impairment, it's important to describe what is happening, speak loudly, clearly, and act slow. You can also make tandems so the participants with visual impairments can move around the room safely. More about this method by our trainer Ben.
Preparation. As a trainer, prepare yourself well for the method. Emotional situations during the process and unpleasant feelings can arise. Pay attention to the mood in the group. If you notice that participants are uncomfortable, interrupt the game and look together what it needs to continue the work. Prepare the room so there is enough space for movement. Implementation. First step. Warm up. Start and warm up with an association and movement exercise. The participants can spread out around the room, invite them to close their eyes and remember situations in which they have felt excluded. These can be small everyday situations. For example, when someone is ignored, laughed at or not invited. After a few minutes, the participants can open their eyes again. Encourage them to move again freely around the room and represent the feelings of inclusion in a movement. Those who have an idea should demonstrate it. The others copy it. Think of 2 to 3 musical movements in advance to get the exercise going. After about 10 minutes, finish the exercise and reflect it with the participants. This can be done in pairs and afterwards together in the group. Extend the exercise by having everyone describe the feelings and associated movements they are demonstrating with the phrase. For example, I am angry because I'm being ignored. Second step, develop scenes. After the warm-up, the participants develop short theatre scenes in groups of 4 or 5. Explain the next steps. They have 20 minutes to come up with the short scene in which at least one person is excluded and one person excludes others. The scene can be an reenactment of a personal experience or an imagined situation. There should be no physical or psychological violence. And the groups should think of fictional names for their roles. The scene will later be presented to the whole group. The audience will get the opportunity to intervene and change the situation to enable inclusion. When the scene development begins, offer support to the groups and give more time if necessary. Third step, scene presentation. For the presentation, you need a stage and an audience space. You can mark the stage with tape. Before the curtain goes up, here are a few important notes on the procedure. There should be always applause after the performance of the scene. After that, the audience can get active. The scene is played again, this time more slowly. And someone in the audience can shout stop at any time to intervene. The scene freezes and they choose a role in the scene and replace the actor. The scene continues and the new actor can reshape the scene through their actions. Repeat the scene until everyone is satisfied with the solution. Inclusion hint. For better understanding for everyone, especially for people with visual impairment, it is important to explain the scenes at the beginning. Where is the scene set? Who are the characters? How do they relate to each other? While playing the scene, the actors can describe their actions themselves. It is good to play the scene slowly. Remind the participants to speak loudly and clearly. Exaggerated facial expressions and gestures are good. We on stage. It is also important to face the audience with the front of the body. If you have sign language interpreters with you, consult with them. Interpreting a scene can be challenging. Debriefing. Before the final reflection, do a small exercise with the participants to shake off the roles. Shaking or tapping the body is possible. Finally, discuss the following questions. Which actions did you find relevant that changed the situation? Which ones would you like to take over for yourself? Give the participants 5 minutes to answer them, first on their own, then with the person sitting next to them, and then in the whole group. I hope you try this method out and you're inspired by inclusion.
Thank you for watching. On the description box you will find links and support material to implement this method. Inspired by Inclusion is a project by the following partner organizations: Weltwegweiser, Grenzenlos, Invia, BITSEF and Neo-Sapiens. It is co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program of the European Union and by ADA, the Austrian Development Corporation.